have these homemade biscuits sitting out here, and they are really old, really hard, and really stale. Don't throw them away, because tomorrow morning I'm gonna show you what I'm making for breakfast with these really old, really gross biscuits. Day 2 of my sourdough starter, and it's alive. Yesterday, I told you that I was going to show you what we're making for breakfast with those old biscuits. So here is what you do with them. Okay, so for this recipe, you're going to put some eggs into a bowl, pour in lots of milk. You want it kind of liquidy. Some vanilla. I used a lot because I used the cheap stuff. Then you're going to put in some cinnamon, brown sugar. Then you're going to whisk that stuff up. When it's all combined, then you just take your biscuits, your really old biscuits, and you break them up. These are hard. Just put them all in there. Then you just take that mixture and you cover the biscuits. You want to mix it until every single one of them are covered in the liquid. They should look something like this when you're done. And in about 30 minutes, you'll come back and they should look like this. You may need to come back in that 30 minutes and stir it up a little bit to make sure that the liquid is actually soaking into all the biscuits and you're not gonna have dry spots. Spray your pan, then pour it all in, especially the goo at the bottom, that's the good stuff. Then you're gonna spread it out. You're gonna bake this at 350 for about 25 to 30 minutes. I didn't have to bake it that long because mine was pretty thin. If you use a lot of biscuits, you're gonna need more. Just don't over bake it or it'll get really dry and it's not as good. Then I just made a quick glaze for this. I used some powdered sugar, milk that I was obviously spilling on the counter because I'm struggling with the stupid phone and the milk at the same time. It should look like this consistency. I did add vanilla, but I forgot to show you that part. But add vanilla or it doesn't taste as good. Then you just pour it on over there. Let me tell you, this recipe, if you're on a diet, this ain't for you, sis. This is actually super, super versatile. This can have chocolate in it. My Grady calls it cold bread pudding, and she does cook this with chocolate. You could also add like nuts and fruit and all different things, but I made more like a cinnamon roll, and it was really, really good. Did you like it?
Yeah.
Was it good?
Yeah.
You're the pickiest eater in the house, and you loved it, so it must be real good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah, I'm glad you liked it.
You know why it's really good? Because it has
Icing?
yeah, and it actually has peanut butter in it.
It's cinnamon.
Oh, cinnamon. We actually have cinnamon in apple. It's weird.
It had cinnamon in it. I'm spending my day watching YouTube videos. This is Nick Dompierre, and he eats on YouTube. I literally just sit and watch this man eat mass quantities of food, something I will never be able to do again. While I'm laying here watching this, she's now playing a educational game because they didn't send her with anything. The other kids have books and different assignments that they can do online. She got nothing, so I downloaded some apps for her. She seems to enjoy it. It is now lunchtime, and I have heated up the chicken pot pie from yesterday,
and somebody wants a bite so bad, but you can't have it. It'll make you twerk.
She already did. She jumped off the bed and she went.
I know, she's been sneaking food, and then it makes her want to rub her butt on stuff because her skin itches, so she starts twerking everywhere, trying to find a way to scratch herself. But we're going to eat lunch, and then in a little bit, I think we're going to go on a walk around our neighborhood. And we have Uno and Monopoly, and we're going to do a family movie night. We might read books. Like, we're trying to find some stuff to do. They're still working on school, though, for right now. Also, my sister watched this video where I was talking about making the chicken pot pie, and she was like, next time you make it, make the filling with Alfredo sauce.
Do it.
That sounds like a freaking plan. So there's a idea or something to try out. Alfredo sauce pot pie. Whew, I'm out of breath. Okay, just running back up the stairs to get a hoodie because I'm freezing. We're taking a walk. We're taking a walk around our neighborhood apartment complex. We got Ella with us, taking her out. And now we've done that for a little while. We've walked for maybe about 30 minutes. So now we're gonna head into town because John needs vape juice. And before the vape stores close permanently, we're gonna get some, and honestly, just to be in the car driving.
So now for dinner, I took all of that rice that you saw on the pan in my refrigerator that I had cooked the day before, and I just fried that up with some oil. I put in some carrots, some peas, some corn, and just fried that up. Also, I took some chicken and I cooked that up, diced it into small pieces, and I had this bottle of Panda Express Kung Pao sauce that I got at Walmart, and I just poured that over the top of that. I didn't even use the whole bottle, probably about a third. Then I just added some eggs to my rice and stir-fried those in. I guess you call it stir-frying. I don't know. It's fried rice. Put some eggs in. It was really good. This is my giant Costco bottle of soy sauce that I'm almost out of. But I poured some of that on there to top it off, just stirred it in. This was really, really good. It's actually pretty inexpensive. Rice is just kind of hard to come by right now, but thank God I already had plenty and I bought some more. But this was what we had for dinner. It was takeout, made at home, and it was really good and really easy. The kids absolutely loved it. I loved it. This was my portion, and I probably ate about a fifth of that. So we'll have lunch for tomorrow, 2 meals for one. Was dinner, Dump?
Really good.
Was it good? What about you, Moody Booty?
Super good.
Super good. What about you, Daddy? It's good. It is right now 9:15 at night. I'm editing the video that you are currently watching. I'm getting it done so that I don't have to get up in the morning and do it. The kids and John are in the living room and they're watching Pinocchio. If you don't hear us talking about Mara or seeing Mara in the vlog, don't worry, I've not sold her. She is spending the night with her Mimi and Gabrielle. She's actually been there for 2 nights. They came by, got some more clothes for her. Mara's at that age where she never wants to be home. She's always wanting to spend the night with somebody. If she gets in the mood to spend the night, she literally takes out her phone and starts going through her contacts. Like, she'll contact every person. Can I spend the night with you? Like, throwing out the bait, seeing if somebody will bite the line, because she just loves to go. She's a super social butterfly. So Gabrielle's an only child, and this could be kind of lonely being locked up. So Mara's over there spending time with them. So that's why you're not seeing her in the vlog. I didn't like put her on eBay or anything. Also, I wanted to tell you that there are a couple of times this month that I'm just making like hamburgers, or I'm just going to be making tomato soup, or hot dogs, or hamburger helper. None of those need recipes. None of those need explaining. So I doubt I will do recipe videos for that. But when I do have super short videos and I don't have like recipes, John and I have talked about having nights where we're just going to go live and play and sing just for the fun of it, to keep us entertained, to keep you guys entertained. You know, because we got to bind together in this quarantine, whether it's self-quarantine or government quarantine or whatever the heck you're doing, self-isolation, whatever you're having to do. So, yeah, that's it. That's what I wanted to tell you. Sorry, my life is not exciting. But I'll see you tomorrow, and we love you. Bye. Mwah.